What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
Hello, everyone. This is Casey from the F1 Underground podcast, coming over here to talk about day 8 of the Olympics, or August 3rd. We're going to recap. There was a lot of history-making medals that were given out today and a lot of fun events that happened today. So we are going to go through that for a little bit, preview, go through the medal count and stuff, and then talk about maybe what's going on tomorrow, as always. Before I continue, I do want to talk to you all about our presenting sponsor of Light the Flame and Olympics podcast, and that's our friends at SHOPIFY. SHOPIFY is the #1 leader in commerce and e-commerce to have your business moving in the right direction and looking green, just like their iconic green bag logo that you recognize anywhere you see it, probably more than you realize. Shopify's founders started the company to sell snowboards, and when no other platform was up to their standards, they started Shopify. Click the link in the description to get your business started with our friends at Shopify. Shopify is supporting the next generation of entrepreneurs, the world's biggest brands, and everyone in between. So once again, click the link in the description and get your business moving into the green with our friends at Shopify. Big thank you to Shopify for being the presenting sponsor of the Light the Flame podcast and for helping us bring everyone our Olympics coverage for all summer long. So yes, let's get to recap. So like I said, today is day 8, August 3rd. Things are just wrapping up very late in Paris as we speak. I think there was still some beach volleyball going on, but there was some rain that came in the middle of some of the track and field events, so they might have had to take a little bit of a pause. But yes, very early this morning, first thing with tennis, the men's doubles, we had 2 USA teams win silver and bronze. Australia did take the gold. So silver was between Krajicek and Ram, and USA bronze was Fritz and Paul. So yeah, very, very cool to see that the mixed doubles, or the men's doubles, is now complete. I think Taylor Fritz is in the mixed doubles with Coco Gauff, so they still have another chance to maybe win another medal there. Moving on, today there was the start of event finals for both men's and women's artistic gymnastics. Today for men's was both the floor and pommel horse, and for women's it was the vault. So men's floor went first. We only had one male from the USA team in an event final, and that was the pommel horse, everyone's favorite, Clark Kent, Captain America with the glasses. We'll get to him a little bit later because he did medal, which was great to see. But yes, for the floor, the men's gold, I did want to talk about this because Carlos Yulo of the Philippines won the gold for the floor event final, and it's the first gold medal in men's gymnastics for Philippines. So it's so cool to see. He was extremely emotional, and he should have been. That routine was beautiful. I think he went third, so he had to wait for the remaining 5 athletes to go and sit there and wait while he was in first place. But yes, he did walk away with the gold, so that was so cool to see. You love that. As we move on, there was some shooting today. We did get a gold and silver in shooting. In the men's skeet, that was Vincent Hancock won the gold for USA there, and then Connor Prince won silver as well. Moving on, like I said, it was the vault final for women's gymnastics, and we had both Simone Biles and Jade Carey in that event final. And now if we flash back to Tokyo, obviously this has been the redemption tour for the women's gymnastics team. They wanted that gold in the team final. They got it. Simone wanted to have redemption for when she had to fall out and get the twisties and come back and show that she's mentally so much stronger and get the gold for the all-around, which she did. So today, Simone Biles they each could do 2 vaults. She goes first with her first vault, kills it. her start, as soon as she hit that first one, everyone's like, yeah, okay. Then she hits the second one. Laura Hernandez, to quote her, she said, yeah, she's gold. And she won 4, so she had to wait for 4 other athletes to go as well, but it was pretty much a shoo-in. Silver was Rebecca Andrade of Brazil again. Insane athlete. She's so good to watch. She is up there with Simone Biles in talent and skill-wise on basically the same events as Simone. Great. It's insane competition. But then you had Jade Carey, who back in Tokyo for the vault final, she tripped when she was running up to the block. So she had a balk on her vault, which put her out of the running. She got 8th place. She came back today and got bronze. So good to see. She was the happiest person I've ever seen in my entire life. You love to see it. It was so cool. So yes, women's gymnastics taking home another gold and bronze today, like they did after the all-around. Moving forward, I don't know the cycling. The road cycling finished up today with maybe one of the coolest shots I've ever seen. It might be up there with the surfing photo. So as this guy in first place comes riding up their finish line, the backdrop was the Eiffel Tower. The zoom out just keeps going. And it is a beautiful shot of the Eiffel Tower. He is by himself. None of his competitors aren't even close to him to catching up to interrupt the shot. Beautiful. I hope he buys that picture and blows it up and puts it in wherever he lives. But yes, then moving on to pommel horse. Like I said, this is where we had Steven Nodorazic, everyone's favorite, Clark Kent. There's all those pictures of him. We saw him meditating because he is the specialist. That is what he has come to the Olympics for, is pommel horse. He went... Sorry about that, as we're back. So yes, back to the pommel horse. Steven Nodorazic, he is the specialist. He went to the Olympics. He qualified at trials for the pommel horse. He is the only male gymnast from the Team USA that finalized for a team event. So this was he competed this in the team final, and then this as well here. He kills it, absolutely kills it, walks away with the bronze. So Team USA Gymnastics, after today's competition, walked away with a gold and 2 bronze, which is amazing. But also was another very historic historical medal for men's gymnastics. Reese McClanahan of Ireland took gold, first gold medal in Team Ireland history for gymnastics, which was so cool to see again. I think he quoted after saying that it was one of the best pommel horse competitions he's ever been in. It was very, very close. And again, he went pretty early, so he had to sit there and wait while everyone else competed and wait and hope and pray for their scores to be lower. Yeah, it was very cool to see. Moving on to some swimming that happened today. We had swimming and track. Swimming is getting ready to wrap up. Track and field is just getting started. So there's not as many medals for that yet, but there still were some that got given out today. But yeah, swimming. So today we had 100 fly. I don't think anyone for men's was in that. I think that was where Caleb Dressel unfortunately got beat out yesterday during semifinals, which was very sad to see because he is the reigning champ in 100 fly from the last Olympics. But yes, let me go back. We got the mixed medley relay today, which they broke a world record. They went male, male, girl, girl. It was Ryan Murphy, Nick Fink, Gretchen Walsh, and then Tori Husk closed them out, and Tori Husk killed it. Her split for freestyle at the end was insane. But yeah, China was so close, but they just touched right out China at the very end, and they got the world record and gold for the mixed medley relay. Katie Ledecky, what can you say about Katie Ledecky? She swam the 800 today, won it again. She is now also historic. She completed the 4-peat. She's won gold in the 800 free relay in 2012, 2016, 2021, and 2024. Insane to even think about. But yeah, love to see it as well. Let me go back. Let me just see. Oh, yes, we also had the 2IM. Katie Douglas gets silver. Summer McIntosh, also an insane individual to watch swim, gets the gold It should have been Alex Walsh that got bronze, but she was unfortunately disqualified for her turn going from back into breast. So Katie McEwen gets the bronze from Australia, which was rough to see. It did hurt watching that. Then to track and field, we had shot put and Ryan Krauser. I mean, he might be the greatest of all time shot put at the moment. He gets gold, and then there was Joe Kovacs. He gets silver, and those two have been 1-2 for the past few years. So very cool to see that they continue with that. Some more history coming up. The 100-meter dash with the women's 100-meter dash. We get silver and bronze. Sha'Carri Richardson gets silver. St. Lucia, it's Julian Alfred of St. Lucia, first ever gold medal in country's history. First ever gold medal in any kind of event. First, her. And she was far ahead. They were not catching her. So that was so cool to see. There was also, they do a mixed relay as well. They ran yesterday USA and broke their own world record. I thought they had it in the bag today until the very last leg. The Netherlands just came flying on by and took the lead. So USA ended up getting silver, but they broke their own world record yesterday. And I don't think it was broken today. Some other events that happened, men's rowing for USA gets bronze. Great to see racking up some more medals in rowing for USA. And then USA women's soccer went today as well. It was them against Japan. It was 0-0 or 0-0 for my soccer football fans from the majority of the game, and then an extra minutes at the end. Trinity Rodman comes in with a late goal and scores, and they win 1-0, and they are now on to the quarterfinals. I think Canada today, there's been a lot of controversy over Canada. They did end up losing, so they are out. But yes, we will move. More to come for more to come for USA Soccer. They are not. And before we move on, or no, not yet. So tomorrow, August 5th, day 10, what's coming up? We have triathlon, a mixed relay. We have some more shooting, badminton, gymnastics finals tomorrow. We get the parallel bars for men and the horizontal or the high bar for men. We have no USA men in any more event finals, unfortunately. For women's, we have balance beam and floor exercise. So we will get to see Suni Lee and Simone Biles tomorrow morning for the balance beam. We have obviously said some badminton, canoe slalom, which is so much fun to watch. Oh, it's actually the kayak cross final, which I think is the team one. We get pole vault finals. We have some more cycling, discus throw, the women's 3v3 bronze medal game. Some more surfing, which I think surfing today and maybe tomorrow was, I think for weather, they could not go out, so I don't know when they're going to happen. Gold medal game for 3v3 women's basketball is also tomorrow evening. But yeah, that looks like it. So it doesn't look like much track and field. It looks like a lot of, there is some track and field, some distance ones. Like I said, pole vault, all that stuff. But yeah, fun day of action coming up. And before we get into our medal count update is brought to you by our friends over at FOCO, the leaders in official license forever collectibles, including their Team USA collectibles capsule, which features tumbler mugs, coffee mugs, garden gnomes, stuffed animals, and a whole lot more. FOCO is also the leader in official license collectibles from every Big Four sports league, college football, basketball, the WWE, and more. As always, click the link in the description of today's episode and level up your collectibles game with Team USA and FOCO. Big thanks to FOCO for sponsoring the Light the Flame podcast. But yes, medal counts. Lots of medals were given out today. As always, we are the only country, I think, that does the total in ranking. Everyone else does the ranking for who's winning the Olympics, quote unquote, I guess you could say, by the gold medal count. So based pulled from the Olympics website, China right now still leads for the gold medals with 16. USA has 14. France has 12. Australia has 12. Great Britain has 10. Korea has 9. Japan has 8. Italy has 6. Netherlands has 6. Canada has 4. I will stop there. I'll just do the top 10. But in all, let me see. Looking for something. But in all, overall, altogether, China has 37. We have 61. France has 41. Australia has 27. Great Britain has 33. Korea has 21. Japan 22. Italy 19. Netherlands 14. Canada 15. And so on and so on. It keeps going. I do believe today, because today was the last day of swimming. Australia, I think, ended up with 7 gold medals, and we had 6. So one more. We just had one more. But yes, I do want to bring up this one fact. I shared it to one of my friends yesterday. So this was yesterday. This is old. So 25. Oh, this is a few days ago. So obviously we now have 61 medals in total, but this was before when we only had 37. So it said 25 out of the 37 medals won by Team USA so far have been by women, which is, I mean, it's her story. I'll just leave it with that. But yeah, so that's what I just wanted to point out. But yeah, we have a lot of action coming up tomorrow. Very excited to see it. I will definitely be sat for gymnastics finals as always. Excited to get more into track and field and the other events like soccer and everything, basketball. I think women's basketball might plays in the next few upcoming days. So we will keep you updated, and then we'll be back with tomorrow night. We'll come back with an episode recapping day 10. So thank you so much for joining me today. Like I said, my name is Casey. I am from the F1 Underground podcast within the Underground family. So thank you for joining me, and have a nice evening.